was too fast for me, nobody had the time to make this be the passion. Life was all that I could see. Proud to be one till I die. I'm proud to be an islander. Here's the reasons why. I'm free as the wind. I'm proud to be an islander. No place I would rather be than here in Newfoundland. One till I die. I'm proud to be an islander. Here's the reason why. I'm free as the wind and the waves wash the sands. There's no place I would rather be than here in Newfoundland.
Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. Let's bring the Royal Order of Screechers to order. I understand we have a whole bunch that want to get Screech in here tonight. Hopefully becoming right proper honorary Newfoundlanders. First things first, please do not point that flash at me for the next
Oh, Donna.
Yeah. Oh.
Good.
Don't mind my
Don't worry, we're out of COVID now. Kelly, you're not Kathy. Jeff?
Stephen.
Stephen. Was Giovanni Caboto. He was an Italian explorer. We know him as John Cabot because the English paid for his travels, and that's how the English wanted his name to sound. In 1497, John Cabot sailed the Atlantic on his boat the Matthew all the way from Bristol, England to Bonavista Bay, Newfoundland. And when he arrived here, he sees lots of activity in our water. Now, he doesn't know what's going on, but he drops his bucket down to fill it up with water. And when it comes up to the top of the boat, it was filled to the rim with codfish. And word got out fast how plentiful the fish were in our waters, that they traveled from all over to settle here and to catch the fish, sell the fish, and trade the fish all around the world as a means of survival. In one place in particular that we traded with was with Jamaica, because in Jamaica they make rum. We love rum.
It was too cold for the Jamaicans.
We loved it. What? It was too
cold.
No, they never came up here. We used to love to get their rum so good that when we sent our fish goodbye, we would kiss the fish goodbye, knowing it was coming back to us in the way of rum. And yes, in Jamaica, they come up here, it's too cold, they go back. We don't have too many Jamaicans going around here. So in keeping with the time and honored tradition, and by the way, you're going to go last. I have a little buddy for you to meet. Now this is a real Newfoundland codfish. Given the chance, this fish could have grown to the height of 6 feet tall and weighed as much as 140 pounds. This fish will not grow any more than this because it's dead. It's frozen. And it fits perfectly in my freezer. Now the significance of this particular fish, why I love it so much, is that my daughter Bella, she caught this fish last summer at the end of the season out in Bonavista. And when she saw what was happening that day to all the other fish getting gutted and filleted, losing their cheeks and their tongues to the restaurants, she wanted this fish, her fish, to become the most loved fish ever to come out of the waters in Newfoundland. And I promised her I'd make that happen, as I've been promising her every year since she was 12 years old when she caught her first fish from me. She's 19 now, and I'm not putting a picture of my 19-year-old. Fuck her up and give this fish a little kiss. Do not worry about anybody taking your picture or video doing so. Whatever happens here in St. John's today will certainly be on Facebook. While you're kissing this fish, make sure you hold the pose long enough to see a flash or hear a click. Otherwise, you will hear those horrible words.
Again.
Now, if you don't want to kiss the fish, you don't have to kiss the fish. You can use a napkin to cover your face, your hand to cover your mouth, or simply blow the fish. Health Department has warned me several times to stop doing this, and they're threatening to blame a new guy on me. What they're going to call it COVID 2024. The whole thing started with somebody eating it back, kissing it. I'm going to come around, okay? So you don't have to...
Oh, it smells like fish.
Come around so you don't have to reach over everybody. Oh, you have one job. I'll come around there. Like I was saying, we used to trade our fish with the Jamaicans for their rum, and it was a very strong barrel of rum. In fact, it was considered the test of a man if they can drink this without screaming, passing out, or having a heart attack.
Whoa.
They would be considered true men, or women, or transgenders or non-binary. Screech got its name down on the south coast of our province, where one night we were serving up our hospitality to a U.S. captain. He drank the shot and yelled at a great big yell. The sergeant came out running into the room and said, "Who yelled out the god-awful Screech?" And there was a Newfoundlander who was sitting at the bar that said, "Screech, boy, there's the rum, me son." And that's how Screech got his name. So I never got you to sign any waiver form, so try not to get any on your skin. And we can't have a drink without having a toast. So let's wait till we all get our shot and we'll do it together. Also, if anybody wants a non-alcoholic shot, just ask. I have no problem. Some people have sobriety issues or on medication. You may be going through a pregnancy. You don't have to drink it if you don't want to get Screeched in. So just let me know, put your hand up. Anyway, oh, we all have a shot now.
Okay.
So some of you may or may not have known. Makes it
Two
seem like I'm doing non-alcohol, but I'm not. Anyway. Some of you may have known about 6.5 years now. I had the honor of meeting and Screech-in a gentleman here by the name of Anthony Bourdain. He walked through these doors in his final season of Parts Unknown. And for an entire week before he broadcast the episode on CNN, he put me in front of a viewing audience of about 120 million people. And changed my life forever. And I never got an opportunity to thank him for what he did for me, and my family, and my business, and my staff, and my city. I did have an opportunity that evening, though, to sit down next to him for a couple hours and have a few pints of beer and get to know him. And just in case anybody may have known who he was, or you were a fan of his show, or you read his books, my favorite was Kitchen Confidential. I wanted to let you know that he really was the same person in person as who he was on television. He was jovial and articulate and intelligent. And it's an incredible experience when you get to hang out with your idol for a few hours and then have them meet up to huge expectations. I have no idea why he took away what I thought was an amazing, perfect life, and I don't think anybody in the world knows the answer to that question. But it does go to show that you never know what may be going on sometimes in other people's heads and the demons that they may be facing and fighting every day. So always remember to be kind. I dedicate my toast to him and say, here's to health and your company. And one for the lasses, let's drink and be merry, all out of our glasses. Let's drink and be merry, bad thoughts to refrain. We may or may not ever all be here again. Up to the lips, over the gums, look out, God, here it comes. Cheers. The shortest conversation that you're ever going to hear between two Newfoundlanders goes like this. Aaron Smern, Narn. This is a full conversation. In order to understand it, you have to envision two fishing vessel captains crossing each other in the early morning gale. One fishing vessel captain looks over at the other one and he says, Aaron Smern, translation, did you catch any fish this morning? And the response was Narn. Any idea what that might have meant?
None.
Close. It means no, I didn't catch any fish this morning. Otherwise, I would have said none. Speak English too. I'm going to try to teach you something a little bit easier, something you can actually use while you're here in Newfoundland, and that's "bye." In Newfoundland, this means I agree. You folks can use this in any situation when you're talking to a Newfoundlander and you don't understand what they're saying. Just agree with them. It's easier to agree with a Newfoundlander when you don't understand what they're saying than to ask them to repeat it, because if you ask them to repeat it, they're going to say it exactly the same. You're still not going to understand what they're saying. Then you get that uncomfortable moment of silence. Let me give you an example of another conversation that you might hear in Newfoundland. Someday, what? Hey, bye. That means the weather was nice today. I agree. Let's say you didn't understand what I was saying. The same conversation would have gone on like this. Someday, what? What? Someday, what? What? Someday, what? What? I was on like that for a while. And It's harder to say than what you think. It's not a boy, it's not I boy, it's not I buy, it's a boy. I'm going to demonstrate how hard is it to say by asking Clive to say it first. Say a boy.
A boy.
This is actually perfect. Everybody be like Clive. Say it again, Clive.
A boy.
This is good.
Hey, bye.
That's good.
A bye.
Good.
Avi.
Good.
A bye.
Good. I'm going to say it. You're going to say it. We're going to get through it in 3 simple segments. Okay. Say deed I is.
Deed I is.
Be all cock.
Me old cock.
And long may your big jib draw.
And long may your big jib draw.
By the power vested in me, I now declare you all honorary Newfoundlanders. I want you to try to remember some and share them whenever possible for fear someday they may be forgotten. Newfoundland was the first province to respond to the tectonic distress signal. It was 112 years ago, and at the time Newfoundland was its own country. Now as we stand unified with Canada, we're the first province to respond. Newfoundland was the first place to discover proof of the theory of the continental drift. We were the first to host a transatlantic flight, and we were the first to have wireless communication in the entire world. We're the oldest rock in the world. This is the oldest city in North America. Water Street is the oldest street in North America. And the Royal St. John's Regatta, which happens on the first Wednesday of August every year, with the exception of 3 of the last 4 years. Considered the oldest non-continuous sporting event. We're considered the most generous people in all of the entire country. We're considered the funniest people in all of the entire country. We are considered the sexiest people in all of the Hey, bye. Thank you.
Hey, bye.
According to Maclean's magazine, we're also the most sexually active. A Newfoundlander invented the world's first artificial ice arena. A Newfoundlander invented the gas mask. A Newfoundlander was once a governor in Rhodesia, that is Zimbabwe. And there was a Newfoundlander with Abraham Lincoln at Gettysburg. We're the only place in the entire world to have 4 identifiable flags. We have our own encyclopedia. We have our own dictionary. We have our own pony. We have our own dogs. We have our own cultural publication, a good old Newfoundland Herald. We're the first to see the sunrise when the sun rises. We have our own time zone, NST. We caught the largest invertebrate, the giant squid. We got the longest running radio program called the Fisheries Broadcast. We discovered a cure for smallpox many, many moons ago. But let's not forget 9/11 when Gander, Newfoundland welcomed into their hearts and into their homes 6,700 stranded world travelers. Clive, Alex, Dana, Steve.
We'll